Hello, my name is Lindsey Lebel, and I'm an adaptive exercise specialist at New Ability based in Denver, Colorado. So New Ability is a health and wellness center for individuals living with paralysis. My specific role at New Ability is training one-on-one sessions with our clients. One of my favorite approaches while training is a series of movement patterns called developmental sequencing. So this movement pattern is basically just a progression into standing or walking, and this could be done with or without assistance. So we're gonna take this into parts. So the first part of developmental sequencing is called a quadruped position. Again, visualizing that hands and knee position. So the benefit of being in quadruped is the shoulder and hip loading. That scapular retraction, protraction, pelvic tilt, anterior, posterior, and also you can find weight shifts side to side, really challenging the core, but just that isometric hold of stability, staying stable. Once you find stability within the body, you can really work through so many different movements. So let's talk about shoulders first. You can work on rounding forward, protraction, retraction coming back, weight shifts side to side, off weighting right side, off weighting left side, and then also tapping it back in with the hips. Kind of swaying those glutes side to side, keeping the shoulders nice and stable. So it's a little progression through the first series of developmental sequencing. Our next progression will be tall kneeling. So I want you to just visualize someone standing, but just on your knees. So I love this position because it gives the individual a lot of amazing hip extension. So our population mostly here at New Ability are wheelchair users. So the hip flexors are constantly shortened throughout the day. So getting that lengthening through the anterior portion of the body is very, very, very important. Not only is hip extension a benefit to tall kneeling, but also glute activation. Your glutes need to be nice and active to keep your pelvis forward and also engage your core to reduce any kind of falling, tipping forward, backwards, or side to side. When you're in your tall kneeling position, you have to have scapular stability. So thinking about those shoulder blades squeezing together, having that nice tall posture all the way up through the crown of your head. A couple different ways to up-level the exercise within tall kneeling. You can do any upper body exercise, pull downs, bicep curls. You can work on weight shifts, again, forward, backwards, side to side, but it really gives the individual an opportunity to feel how their trunk is loaded over their pelvis. The next progression in developmental sequencing will be half kneeling. So this gives the individual an opportunity to find split stance in their lower extremities. So one foot will be connected and then the back knee will be connected, which gives the person a chance to kind of feel what it's like to have that tandem stance within the body. One of my favorite up levels for half kneeling will be a rotated pull. So you can do the same side, you can do contralateral, but it gives the client a challenge. You have to load up really stable through the lower body, keep that stability, and then you find the rotation from the belly button up through the thoracic spine, all the way translated into the upper body. The fourth progression will be standing. So here at New Ability, we have clients that stand with assistance, that stand without assistance. But the beautiful thing about developmental sequencing is you can use this method with so many different populations. In standing, there's so many different ways that you can up level. You can work on sit to stands, you can work on standing endurance, and just like tall kneeling, you can start to incorporate some upper body exercises, weight shifts, pulls, pushes, core rotations, flexion, and extension. Our fifth and final progression will be walking. So here at New Ability, we actually have an amazing device called the Rise and Walk, which is basically a robot that helps with locomotor training. So the Rise and Walk is a body weight support harness that brings the individual into a gait pattern. You can go forward, you can go backwards, you can adjust the resistance to kind of whatever fits the client for that day. So it's an amazing device, especially for our individuals that need a little extra body weight support when they are working on their gait training. Overall, I love developmental sequencing. I think it is an amazing modality you can do, like I said, with so many different populations. You can challenge somebody in quadruped, tall kneeling, half kneeling, and then excel up to that standing and walking position as well. So maybe give it a try at your next session, and hopefully you learned something exciting today.